One Piece is back, and it's fucking fire. We got Oda. He took about a month-long break. I think it was like June 27th. Just came back today, July 21st. Chapter dropped. And it is an absolute banger. This might actually be one of the top 5 chapters in all of One Piece. I mean, 1042 comes to mind, 1043, 1054, 923. Couple of chapters, Marineford Water 7. This is up there. This competes with the big boys. And I'm not going to show all the manga panels because I'm kind of afraid my channel might get copyright striked or something like that. So I might throw a couple of the panels up occasionally. I already read the chapter, but I'm going to kind of, go about it retrospectively. And, the chapter starts off, the cover, it's beautifully colored. You got Buggy D Go, Shanks, Blackbeard, and Luffy. The 4 emperors. And they all look pretty sick here. I'll put that up on screen now. I'll move my head down to the bottom right. I'm new to video editing, by the way, so I hope this works. And then the chapter, kicks off. Everyone's dancing. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone's laughing, all that kind of shit. Until they're not. Well, until some people aren't. You see Green Bull come walking in. And he kind of hits this, like, JoJo stance. This is one of the few phrases I'm actually going to show. But I don't know. That stance just screams JoJo's. He's got the drip justice cloak on. You see the wildlife spreading behind him coming out. And you see some of the scabbards. You see Nekomamushi. You see Dogstorm, Raizo, Denjiro, Kawamatsu, and the fat lady, bro. I forget her name. And they're coming up to confront him. And I don't know, because this is big Dio kind of energy. And obviously, they've never seen a Marine before. As far as I'm aware. None of them have probably ever seen one. Maybe Cat and Dog have seen them. On Roger's ship, I'm sure they fought with Garp a couple of times, but Raizo hasn't, Denjiro hasn't, Kawamatsu hasn't, so they're like, a Marine! This is one of Luffy's enemies from overseas. And Green Bull is pissed. Like, in 1053, Green Bull gives off this vibe that he's just kind of like Schmeat riding Akainu. He's like, oh, Akainu, I want that attention, honey. And I think Green Bull has based his personality, I guess, on what Akainu would want. Because this is how Akainu would act, bro. He comes in, he's like, yo, the world is in chaos. I'm sick of y'all fucking everything up. Wano's not a part of the world government, is not a part of the hierarchy. And he's screaming, he's yelling, he is furious. And he just starts unleashing these attacks. These giant, like, wooden fists come out of the ground. There's plant life everywhere. It looks so cool. He looks like an evil, like, Ent or something. I can't even describe it. And, he confirms that he has the Logia fruit, the forest fruit. And it's a source of life, that rivals the seas. He says that. It kind of makes me wonder. There's, like, a forest fruit. Maybe there's, like a mountain fruit or like a river fruit or something, because we've never seen a water fruit in the series. We did kind of see its evolved form, I guess, with Aokiji. But while this is going on, the villagers are still kind of ignorant to everything. Also, sorry if I'm not looking at the camera the whole time. It might look like I'm looking down. It's because I'm also looking at the chapter as we do this. So the villagers are dancing, they're having a good time and stuff, and Mr. Broccoli here, Mr. Green Bull, that's what he looks like, a fucking piece of broccoli, is going on about how, prejudice breeds stability. And that actually is a theme I feel like we've seen a lot throughout One Piece, like in Dressrosa, in Alabasta, in Wano, And he's kind of going on a rant about how if he killed everyone, he's not in the wrong for it. It's outside of the jurisdiction, and that he's kind of cool with leaving people alive as long as they just give him Luffy. He says that's all he wants, which makes me wonder: is Kid that much of a bum? Like Kid and Law, not so much. Law's a cool guy, but is Kid that much of a bum? They don't even care that Kid's there. Honestly, he's a clown. So while all the scabbards are fighting with Green Bull, Yamato pulls up, and it's kind of interesting. In this panel, Yamato actually says, I'm Yamato. I'm Kaido's son. She doesn't say, I'm Kozuki Odin or whatever. That was a weird plot point. That wasn't something I was expecting to happen. And, she comes in, and I think Green Bull was kind of doubting himself a bit, kind of playing himself down. Like I think he was a little relaxed with it, fighting the scabbards, because Yamato's kind of strong. She's not weak. Yamato jumps out, bam, hits him right in the fucking head. He's like, that's some hockey you got there. And then he wakes up. He's like, wait, Kaido? You said Kaido's son? And they start battling out. And then another third party. It's like he's playing Apex Legends, bro. He's just getting third partied over and over and over. Momonosuke comes in. Here we go again. He starts fighting Momonosuke. Momonosuke's trying to defend the capital, which is awesome because this is his duty now. He is now the Shogun of Wano, and I think it is his responsibility to, fight for his country now. Now that he's older, he's stronger, he's got the adult dragon form and stuff. He should be capable of defending Wano. So he goes in for the attack, and he gets a nice little bite. He gets a nice little chompy chomp right on Green Bull's arm. And Green Bull's not even fazed by it. It doesn't look like it, to be honest. He's just like a pink dragon. He's never seen this before. And this is another panel I'm going to show. He wraps him up like a fruit roll up, bro. He folds Momo, and Yamato goes to step in, and I really respect this. Momo tells Yamato to stay out. This is his battle. And we cut away, and then we get to the pack, the peak fiction, the Oda. The world building shit starts happening around the sea. Every time you see the little box, I'll put it up on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. It's gas pack. So, they cut to the shores of Wano, and you see Shanks is here, and Shanks has caught wind that Luffy is now a Yonko, which is really cool. You get to see the crew. You see Lucky Roo. You see Yasop. And Yasop's like, hold on, I'm not ready to meet Usopp yet. Yeah, bro, you a fucking Rolling Stone. So maybe that's the secret to getting into the red hair pirates. You gotta be a deadbeat dad. And Shanks is looking down at the newspaper, and he sees Luffy with his hand over his head in the Gear 5 3 billion bounty. He's smiling. He looks real happy at the pirate Luffy's become. And then we get a flashback. And this flashback's kind of interesting, and it might be because my memory's kind of shit. But we do get to see Shanks wearing the straw hat, actually, which is really cool. So Shanks is in the straw hat, and I can't tell if this is just on some random sea or if this was near Wano. Because if they got the Gumu Gumu fruit near Wano, that would be really interesting because, sun god Nika and everything. Why was it there? But I digress. It shows the flashback, and it's them jumping the Cypher Pole ship for the Gumu Gumu fruit, which looks like they know that the ship was there. So there was all these theories that Shanks is possibly evil, or maybe Shanks, when he went to the Reverie, was talking about, the pirate I want to talk to you about. We all expected it to be Blackbeard, but maybe it was Luffy and Joy Boy, and how that would really upset the world order, all that kind of stuff. Because that's kind of been Shanks' character, which is just keeping order and balance in the world. That's why he pulled up to Marineford and stopped further bloodshed, all that kind of stuff. That is Shanks' character. And this flashback where the one Cypher Pole agent, the one world government agent is just like, why are they even attacking the ship? We don't even got treasure on here. We just got like this like shitty rubber fruit. Why would he want that? And I think it's obvious. I think Shanks knew. Shanks had to have known that the Gumu Gumu fruit is actually the sun god Nika fruit. I don't know. I think it's too much. In One Piece, there's usually not too many coincidences in the huge overall plot. So I don't know. It seems way too weird for Shanks to have not known. So I think we know why Shanks was getting onto the ship. And then it cuts into this flashback of, Luffy and Shanks in the East Blue and the Sea King taking Shanks' arm off. All that good stuff that we've seen before. And then it kind of cuts to, back to modern day. And it's like, I guess the top officers, have a past with Luffy in some way. And one of the people on the ship called Luffy the rampaging demon monkey. And I don't know. I think it's kind of funny that that's how some people see Luffy in the world when we kind of just know him as this good, upbeat guy. And, the chapter progresses a little, and we have Shanks who goes, I don't want to have a reunion with Luffy here. He doesn't want to see Luffy here. And he kind of mentions, we have shit that's going on in our territory, our backyard. And apparently, Bartolomeo, who claimed he was under Luffy, burned down Shanks' flag and then put down Luffy's flag. And, Shanks can't let that slide and everything. And then you get the super iconic, one of my favorite panels. He goes, "So Beck, isn't it about time to go and claim it?" And Ben Beckman looks over at him, and it's just like the One Piece, and it's covering Shanks' eye and shit, and all you see is the other one with the scar, and it's like, Oda, how did you do it? Is this you? Like, it's nuts. This was peak fit, bro. When I seen this panel, my fucking jaw hit the floor. I was so geeked up, and the gas just doesn't stop. It keeps going. So even after all that shit with Shanks and the flashback, getting the fruit and all that kind of stuff, that is like a ending the chapter kind of panel, like pack. And it just keeps going. It cuts off to the Navy headquarters. And someone's talking to Akainu, and they're mentioning, the Flame Emperor Sabo. So this is confirmation. Sabo is not dead. Sabo's actually still alive. And he's become a champion for the world, essentially. He's getting all this support. And we finally learned who was killed in the Reverie. And it was this guy here. Yep. Nefertari Cobra. The king of Alabasta. And it's kind of interesting the way that Morgan's did the spin on the journal, where, Sabo assassinates King Cobra is the name of the line. It's like the title of the page on the newspaper. And it's just, I don't think it's in Sabo's character to assassinate almost anyone, but like, Sabo's usually a good judge of character. I think he knows, good from evil and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, why Nefertari? Why the leader of Alabasta? The one good one that we know. The one good noble. He was the one that's not part of the Celestial Dragons, even though he should have been. And then, before that, they attacked the home of the Celestial Dragons. They destroyed the, Divine Dragon Claw, kind of symbolizing, like, a blatant declaration of war. Like, this is the Revolutionary Army. I am the Flame Emperor Sabo, second in command. And we just ran up in your shit, and we fucked it up. And what are you going to do about it? And they even kind of mention, Fujitora and Green Bull put up, but they couldn't stop them. They were kind of nerfed due to the environment. They can't just destroy Marijua. Like, they can't do that. So, in the end, the Revolutionary Army comes out on top. Sabo, for whatever reason, if he did, assassinated the king of Alabasta. They freed Bartholomew Kuma. They successfully declared war, and they rallied allying nations and people that want to stand with them to go against the world government. And they also mentioned Vivi going missing, which I think I don't know. That's a little weird. I don't think Sabo's like holding her hostage or something. I don't even think Sabo killed Cobra, to be honest. So the Vivi plot's going to be kind of interesting. And then it kind of cuts to Akainu, and that there was a case on the attempted murder of Saint Charlos, all that kind of stuff. Akainu doesn't want to kind of get into it. He wants to leave it all to the criminal affairs or whatever. And the one guy that was there that was introduced in the chapter, Kuroma, says, all these incidents are all linked to Sabo and that he is the flame of the rebellion, which is awesome. I love the love Sabo was getting in this chapter. And it's kind of weird. They mention it. It's like almost as if they're worshiping him like a god, the Flame Emperor, which is interesting because obviously we know Luffy's the sun god Nika. I kind of like the idea of like the fire of rebellion and stuff being involved with Luffy, and how it ties into his themes and Sabo's themes and even Ace's. And, word on the street is Sabo is maybe a more important figure than, Dragon Defraud, And Dragon is a fraud. So I don't think Dragon so far hasn't been about it, but things are getting crazy in the One Piece world, and Akainu says it himself, like, I've reached the rank of fleet admiral during this pirate era, and he goes, I don't care where they try to hit us, we'll strike back and return fire on all points. And Akainu's got like this fucking pissed ass face. It kind of looks like he's ready for war. So that's kind of just my thoughts going over the chapter while reading it. And I kind of want to get into just a little bit of where I think the story can go from here. We had Blackbeard a while ago mention that he's not going to let it go to waste. If they're not going to take the treasure, we'll take it ourselves. So I think he's going after the One Piece, actually, because he knows Big Mom, Kaido, Luffy, and arguably Shanks are all in Wano. Everyone is occupied, and the Navy has so much going on in Marijua, all the shit with the Reverie, all that kind of stuff that, they're spread thin. They can't send forces everywhere, and I think they even mentioned that earlier in the manga, which was cool. I like that we're finally seeing more of the rebellion towards the end of the chapter. You see this gentleman with this mask, and the mask says like revolution, and he's got, like a microphone, and he's yelling to the crowd, and all the crowd's chanting Sabo's name, all that kind of stuff, showing hella love for our boy, which was great. Some other things I'm interested in, the whole Sabo plotline. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't think Sabo assassinated Cobra. I do believe Vivi is with Sabo, though. And whenever Luffy and Sabo regroup, let's say, God forbid, I don't think it's in his character that Sabo is holding Vivi hostage, Luffy will kind of like bail her out of this scenario. But then maybe Vivi wants revenge. Maybe Sabo actually did kill, the King of Alabasta, and Vivi's pissed now. And, the Revolutionary Army, this is a huge win for them, and it's a huge loss for the government. So I think, we're in the end game now of One Piece. We have a chapter next week. We're really going to see the foundations of the world government begin to crumble. And I just can't wait to see what's in store. So this was my first formal One Piece overview and review. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'm going to upload a video next week when 10:55 comes out. Thank you.